Hello there everybody, Subutter92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Higurashi Kai Minagoroshi. In the last episode, we finally came to a consensus of what should be done. And that is kill it. No, we can't kill them. I know, I can't kill them, I can't torture them. Damn it! We gotta basically, well, gotta get it through the old people's heads that Satoko needs help. Which, every time I feel like we're learning that there's something we should do, congratulations, no, you should be doing this instead. Okay, let's do that. So, I'm actually hoping that this goes well. Is it wrong for me to hope? Excuse me, I have something to say before the meeting starts. They figured that I'm trying to say something about Satoko. They're old and wise people. Oh, Keiichi-kun. We're having the final meeting now, so will you talk about your personal issue later? I ignore him and continue talking. If you have something to say, just tell me, not Mion or Chie-sensei. I don't like your approach. Let's talk face to face. Everyone gets quiet. No one wants to be involved in a conversation about the Hojo family. Everyone here is aware that Hojo Satoko is being locked up by her uncle and that he abuses her. I don't mind that you guys are not trying to save her aggressively. I'm sure that some of you don't want any trouble. But we're different. Satoko is our friend. We're fighting hard to save our friend from danger. But you're... Keiichi-kun, we're aware of that story. We're just trying to tell you that you've done enough to the center. Is there a problem if we continue the petition? Of course! There's a big problem! Someone with a stern voice speaks out to me. Oh. I'm successfully picking a fight. Okay. Will you explain to us what that problem is? The damn conflict ended a long time ago. Protesting to the officials is what people did in the old days. They're not even talking about Satoko anymore. They're just giving me a bunch of excuses. I'm not asking you about what you did in the past. This is my war. Tell me if you're on my side or if you're my enemy. Which is it? Are you my enemies? They start making noise. Look how he's behaving. Oh, young people nowadays don't know how to be polite. I start smelling fire in the room. My friends remain there without changing their strict expressions. Their strong expressions make me feel like I have a million supporters. I'm standing in front of everyone as a representative. I'm not fighting all alone. This is everyone's fight. I don't feel intimidated by the fierce looks the old people are giving me. Keiichi-kun, this is not about us being your enemy or not. The village fought the officials during the dam conflict. However, I understand that this has nothing to do with that. That was a thing of a past. I'm not trying to ask what you're thinking. I'm talking about me, my friends, and Satoko. I never asked you about the dam conflict. I think you should get your ears checked up. Why you? How can you talk to your elders like that? You're such a disrespectful kid. I'm curious how your parents raised you. My dad smiles bitterly.
I'm sorry. I'm his father.
You're his father? How could you raise him like this?
I guess I'm not a perfect parent. I don't know if I raised him the way I was supposed to.
He pauses. The next moment his expression changes.
However, all he is doing is telling you that there's something he doesn't understand. I don't care if he's my son or not. As a man, I respect his course of action. Does it matter how he was raised?
The old people are agape. Oishi-san breaks the silence with laughter.
Oh! That's very impressive.
Yes!
I'm Ryugu Rena. Can I ask something? I I don't understand why you're saying that we can't make a petition to the Child Consultation Center because the dam conflict is over. Will you explain that to us in detail?
Rena's voice is perfectly calm, as if it doesn't concern her. However, I can see the rage in her eyes. I guess I'm the only one who can see that fire. It seems the old people would rather deal with her than me.
Reina-chan,
Well, it's Rena. Stop calling me that.
the village has no reason to fight the officials now that the war is over. During the war, we did fight them, but we tried to forget about our past after the war. We don't have a good relationship with the officials. Hinamizawa is not an individual country. We're just a small village in Japan. The officials are taking care of us. That's why we need to get along with them.
You're right. I think it's important to get along with them.
Listen to Reina-chan, she understands us well. My Abara's boy should learn from her.
I can hear the crowd speaking. Oh, that's right. Hinamizawa has been trying to fix the relationship with the officials ever since the war ended. Mion-chan is right.
Mion-chan is right.
The old men cheer. However, Shion opens her mouth next. I'm gonna rip your dicks off. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Sorry. That's why the village council and the officials are best friends now. In fact, two officials always come to the annual hot spring trip presented by the village council. They get paid to participate in the trip too. The trip itself is mostly paid by tax money, isn't it? I know so many other things. The fee of the New Year's party and the enormous donation to the village events. It is no different with Watanagashi. The officials hook us up with millions of yen. They're the ones who pretty much pay for the festival. Ever since the conflict ended, the festival has been getting bigger and bigger. That's because we're receiving money from the officials. If we get in trouble with the officials, we might not be able to hold a festival next year. That's why Hinamizawa is kissing their asses now. Right, father?
Shion-chan, how do you know all that?
I swap with my sis sometimes.
What the hell?
That's a ridiculous story. I still don't understand why you are against what we're trying to do. Rena, will you sum this up?
Oh wait, sorry. What the hell? That's a ridiculous story. I still don't understand why you're against what we're trying to do. Rena, will you sum this up for me? What are they trying to say?
Well, basically, they can't make the officials upset because they're having a cozy relationship with them.
The whole room goes into a panic after Rena sums it up so simply. Some of them are ashamed that we hit the nail on the head. Some of them are enraged by our ignorance, and some of them are simply angry about our attitude. The room is filled with chaos.
Be quiet! Be quiet!
They settle down as Kimeyoshi-san raises his voice. Oh, he's looking very furious.
Keiichi-kun, the relationship between the village and officials has nothing to do with this. You're only trying to switch the subject. This is just a waste of time. Listen, we won the battle against the dam project, but now this village is labeled as a nest of troublemakers. We were taking advantage of that image during the conflict. However, it works against us now. We need to try and get rid of that negative image. Otherwise, the future of this village spells doom. Do you understand? It's not just about being your enemy. It's deeper than that.
So in other words, if we make too much noise, the friendly mood of the village will be ruined? The old people nod as Mion talks. They think that Mion is on their side.
Mii-chan, what do you mean by the friendly mood? Does it mean that we shouldn't seek help for a poor, innocent girl who is getting abused?
They're trying to say that the Child Consultation Center is doing their job. Don't try and agitate them. The officials can't say out loud that they don't want to be bothered. They want the village to take care of it since they're giving lots of money to them. So, Hinamizawa is like a pet to the officials.
Hey you, what did you say? Be more respectful.
You watch out too. I hope you're not refusing to help her because Satoko is the daughter of the Hojo family.
That's not it. We're not saying anything about Satoko-chan. We're just advising you to stop the petition from an adult's point of view. The Child Consultation Center is not trying to ignore you. I'm sure they're taking into consideration that you made a huge petition. They already understand your point. We're saying that you're carrying this way too far.
Keiji-kun, I just found something very interesting. Look at the frame over there.
Rena points out at the wall. Everyone looks that way. There are different frames all over the wall of the assembly hall. They mostly have to do with the dam conflict, and they glorify the Onigafuchi Guardians. Rena points at a piece of writing. Kimiyoshi-san wrote it, way back when he was the leader of the Guardians during the dam conflict.
Look at the middle portion of it. We attempted peaceful negotiation, but the government and their puppet, the president of the electric company, declined. They disrespected the home of Hinamizawa and our democracy in extremely immoral ways. Me. That's what Kimiyoshi-san wrote for the war memorial. He wrote the same thing on the memorial monument.
Everyone knows why Rena is bringing this up. I can hear everybody gulping. They attempted to negotiate peacefully with the government and its puppet, the electric company. What is this? That's not the electric company. It's the Hinamizawa Village Council, isn't it? They're the puppet of the government. Huh. Someone explain to me what that means.
It means that they're controlled by the government. They're supposed to be an individual organization, but they're being controlled by another organization like a puppet.
It sounds like a perfect word to describe Hinamizawa.
It does sound perfect.
What are you saying? We're not their puppet. We're just trying to cope with them. You're making an unfair judgment.
But that's what you clearly stated. You clearly told us that you want us to stop, not because of Satoko, but for the village. You said there was an issue because the village needs to have a friendly relationship with the officials. Don't tell me you didn't say this. You said it, didn't you?
I heard it. They said it had nothing to do with Satsuko-chan.
Mion.
Wait, Mion, I thought there was a slogan in this village. The whole village is supposed to get together for one villager, right?
If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for the one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. The unity of the Guardians is stronger than rock. That's what the Guardian leader said back in the day.
The leader of the village used to be the head of the Onigafuchi Guardians. He crosses his arms and starts to groan. There are many things he wants to say, but he knows none of them will make him look good. He continues to keep quiet. When I moved here, Mion and Shion told me the courageous story of the dam conflict. But the tradition of this village didn't start just a few years ago when the dam conflict happened. I believe it's something that's been here for over 40 years, ever since Japan lost the war. I respect how people in this village continue to unite as a whole and protect their traditions. More than anything, I respect the courage of those men who fought as the Onigafuchi Guardians. Also, misspell there, that's fine. The government did many dirty things to submerge this village underwater, but they thwarted everything. Because of the effort of those men, Hinamizawa is still here. If they hadn't been there, this village would be underwater by now. I have great appreciation that this beautiful village still exists here. I'm proud that I'm a villager of Hinamizawa. That's right. Someone screams. It's not one of my friends. It's one of the old people.
That's why we're fighting. We're practicing the tradition of this village. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. Hojo Satoko is one of the villagers!
You all know how horrible her uncle is. Oh,
You all know how horrible her uncle is. You know that we can't leave her alone with him for a whole month. We need to save her from her uncle right now.
oh wait. Oh, sorry, that was me. I need the power of the Guardians one more time. I want the spirits of the Guardians to reunite again. Rena and Mion start to applaud. I start seeing smiles on the faces of the old people. However, they quickly stop smiling and start talking with their neighbors.
Keiji-kun is right. It's not like Hinamizawa has to obey the officials all the time.
But the damn conflict is over now. The officials are taking care of us too.
I didn't know that. We're being supported by the officials that much?
As an individual, I agree with what that Mayabara boy is saying. With Mayabara's boy, my bad.
I don't like the way the village council is operating. Keiji-kun is right. It's not right for the village to pressure him because the officials are telling us to do so.
Kimiyoshi-san, we might not be able to support Keiji-kun, but I think we also don't have a right to tell him to stop.
I don't like the attitude of Mayabara's boy. He's too disrespectful. You think you can get away with talking to us like that?
3 scary old guys come up to me and yell at me. I raise my voice and yell right back at them. It's not about my attitude. It's about the village spirit. Get out of here if you're not courageous enough to stand up for an innocent villager.
How disrespectful!
Bang! A big old guy hits me in the head.
What are you doing?
I hit him back and the room goes into a panic. Rena comes up toward me. I thought she came to stop me, but she suddenly hits the old guy in the... Yes! Good! But she suddenly hits the old guy in the head.
What? What are you doing?
Oh, don't think you can...
Don't think you can get away with this because you're a girl.
He hits Rena's head. However, Rena talks back to him with a serious face.
If one comes at you, 2 should fight back. Isn't that the spirit of Hinamizawa?
Well, since you hit Rena-san, 4 of us need to retaliate.
Let me get involved.
Keiji, I'm getting involved too. You're right. If they're going to stop you violently, I'm not going to turn a blind eye.
There are 3 people blocking Keiichi's way. We need 6 people to fight them.
Rika-chama.
I'm impressed with your courage. Let me in too. I'm going to be on his side too. Chie-sensei stands up. I thought she gave up because of the pressure. I was almost going to neglect my student. I prioritized myself even though I thought I'd do anything for my students. I'm ashamed of myself. It's okay, Chie. She stares at the village leader with a fierce look. That's her answer to the pressure he tried to put on her. Chie-sensei. I think I took it too far as their educator. However, what Mayabara-kun is doing is the right thing. As an educator, I have to acknowledge the fact that he's doing something right. I'm not going to tell him to stop anymore.
Yeah!
If you're acknowledging me, I have nothing to fear. Let me ask you people one more time. Is it more important to get along with the officials than saving the life of one poor innocent villager? You don't even need to ask them, Kei-chan. This is no ordinary assembly hall. This used to be the headquarters of the Onigafuji Guardians. The people here were all members of the Guardians once. People without the spirit of the Guardians would not come to this place. Moon-chan. Kimiyoshi-san? Kei-chan is practicing the spirit of Hinamizawa. The way he is trying to fight without fear is exactly what the Onigafuji Guardians were doing. I think it's embarrassing for the village council to tell him to stop what he's doing. If you are still going to ask him to back off, I'm going to crush all of these pictures on the wall and burn the flag of the Guardians!
Yeah.
Someone raises his voice.
I'm going to I don't know.
I'm going to support Mayabara-kun. He may be disrespectful, but he has the right spirit.
I agree. It's embarrassing to be a puppet of the officials.
Keiichi-kun, don't worry and keep on fighting. Don't give in to the pressure.
The room was filled with a round of applause. Mayabara-kun, tell us what's going on so far. Very well. On the day Satoko was kidnapped by her uncle, Chie-sensei visited her house. However, he refused to see her, and it was obvious that something was going on. Chie-sensei quickly called the Child Consultation Center after that.
That night, a social worker visited her house. However, they determined that there was no abuse going on and they put a hold on her case. It might be a normal way to handle this, but they don't know how dangerous that uncle is. For that reason, the 5 of us went to the Child Consultation Center to let them know the urgency of this matter. They said that they would take that under consideration, but they didn't take any action. We thought 5 of us were not enough, so the next day we went there along with more than 20 of our classmates.
Wait, you took the whole class?
Kei-chan made a very moving speech. He told them to save their friend and not neglect her. If he was here during the dam conflict, I'm sure we could have resolved it a year earlier because of his charisma.
Oh, thanks, best girl.
We all understand that he's an energetic boy.
The Child Consultation Center was still not willing to listen to us on the second day. We made almost no progress. All they told us was that they were working on it.
No, Keiichi-kun.
No, Keiichi-kun, you did make progress. Oh, right.
They were intimidated and they came to check on us.
The fact that they were trying to apply pressure means that
The fact that they're trying to apply pressure means that what you did was working. You made progress.
I see. I guess you could look at it like that. If they weren't scared of us, they wouldn't try to pressure us. On the third day, we called our friends and gathered 60 people. This time, we got to meet the head of the office. He listened to me, but he didn't tell me what the decision would be.
Keiichi-kun, to tell you the truth, the village council had already spoken to the officials and we made our decision to stop you at that point. After the Child Consultation Center had confirmed that the whole village was not involved in the movement, they decided to just ignore your petition.
That's what I thought. I could feel that from the way the head of the office treated us. It was obvious that they were just trying to get it over with.
We're planning to go there tomorrow too, but I wonder if they'll listen to us. And they might not even let us in because they think the village is pressuring us.
Yeah, they think that the village is on their side.
The village needs to publicly announce that they're supporting Keiichi.
I agree. Otherwise, they will not accept any more petitions.
We should do that! We should tell them that the village is not going to stop Mayabara-kun from what he's doing. Well, personally, I don't want to complain about what Keiichi-kun is doing. However, it's complicated when I think about it from the village council's point of view. Even if we tell them that we're not on either side, they will think that we are on his side. That's tantamount to starting a conflict with them. But I still have to respect the opinion of the council too. I just can't decide this on my own. I need to get approval from all the council members.
Most of them are here right now.
Well, yeah, but...
Let's just be honest here. You're afraid that there's someone among you who are against saving the daughter of the Hojo family, aren't you? Everyone goes quiet. This is the real truth. Everyone thinks that the dam conflict is over. You all told me that a few minutes ago. You also think that there is no need to discriminate the Hojo family, now that everything is over. However, you're still afraid of her family.
You're afraid that you will be attacked if you interact with the Hojo family. Satoko-chan's parents were indeed the leaders of the evacuation supporters, but what crime did Satoko-chan commit?
Personally, I don't have anything against her. But other people do. I don't have anything against her either. I mean, the conflict is over. The parents passed away too.
I don't hate her either, but I know that there are some people who still hate her.
Let me ask you this. If you hate Satoko, please raise your hand. I'm sure no one will raise their hand. Yet you still believe that you'll be pointed at if you interact with her. However, no one hates her. There are no people like that.
No, that can't be true. I'm sure there are.
Then tell me who it is. Tell me who told you directly that he or she hates Satoko.
There was silence again. It's obvious that they were avoiding Satoko because of a huge misunderstanding.
Wait, the Child Consultation Center will not do anything no matter what we do.
They think that the village is on their side. We won't be able to fight until the village council makes it clear that they're not supporting them.
Kimiyoshi, are you trying to get approval from someone?
Ouch. You're on the money with that one.
The village leader smiles bitterly. I don't know what Rika-chan is talking about, but I guess she hit the nail on the head. Who is she talking about? Who is that someone? If I can persuade that person, the village is going to be on our side.
Are you talking about my evil grandma?
The Kimiyoshi family has forgiven the Hojo family. The Furude family has done the same, right?
Me. I'm one of the leaders of the three families, too.
Hinamizawa has three powerful families who make the decisions for the village. That's been a tradition since the times of Onigafuchi village. It sounds like an old tradition, but we can't avoid this road. So, all we need is approval from the Sonozaki family. I heard that they have the most power among the three. This is a taboo that no one is allowed to touch. I can say it out loud because I have no connection with the tradition.
If we can persuade Michan's grandmother, will the village council support us?
What do you think, Mion-chan?
I don't want to fight with my grandma. But if she's standing between Satoko and safety, I must fight her. I'm not fighting as the heiress of the family. I'm going to fight as Satoko's friend.
Kimiyoshi-san, please promise. If we persuade Mion's grandmother, will you support us as the village council?
Of course. No one would complain if it was the decision of the three families.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Let me get this straight. You are disagreeing because you're afraid of Mion's grandmother, right? You're grown adults, good grief!
That's what you say, but Oryu-san is scary. She'll rip out your nails.
You're telling me. That's not true. I know Michan's grandmother very well. I know her scary side too, but she's not that bad. Sometimes we actually compare our scary sides. It's fun. Ichikun is scarier than her when he's angry.
Yeah, and Rena is scarier than me. Alright. I'm going to persuade Mion's grandmother. Support us if I succeed. Actually, don't just quietly support us. I'm expecting you guys to take some action too.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we want the Onigafuchi Guardians reunite. Are you going to let the kids do all the protesting?
Wait, you want us to protest too? We can't do that.
We should do that. We're going to tell the officials that we're going to fight against them. We need to do everything we can do.
Well, if we're going to support Keiichi-kun on behalf of the whole village, we need to make things clear to them. We have to support them if we're going to be on their side.
Once we decide to support them, it's no longer just Mayabara-kun's fight. This is going to be the village's fight. In that case, you should be the leader, Kimiyoshi-san. There's no way the village leader shouldn't participate in the protest.
All right, I got it already. If Oryu-san is giving us approval, I'll act like a man. I'll help Keiichi-kun. Does everyone agree with me?
Yes!
But you're not going to help him persuade Oryu-san?
Fine. I'll come with him to persuade Oryu-san. The way he talks might be too immature for her. She's someone who can talk like an old person.
I'm sorry for being so disrespectful today. I'm sorry, everyone.
Ah, don't worry. You said some good things. You woke us up. You're the pride of Inamizawa. Wait. I'm sorry for hitting you. I was getting too excited.
I'm sorry, too. You did a good job, too, Chie-sensei. You're a wonderful teacher. I didn't know that some people were still bitter toward the Hojo family.
I think Oryu-san is the one who's bitter toward them the most.
However, according to Mion, Oryu-san doesn't hate the Hojo family either. This is ridiculous!
Good for you, Mayabar-san. I never thought you would get the village council on your side.
No, I don't have them on my side yet. I have to persuade Mion's grandmother first.
Oryu-san is like a dictator around here, but she won't do anything that would make her lose the trust of the villagers. If the village council's already made up its mind, she will not disagree all on her own. You're such a great negotiator. You disrespected them in the beginning, but then you gradually butted them up.
I did it the way my father writes his articles for the art magazine. That's the style my dad uses.
Your father has set a good example for you, huh? He's an artist, right? I would love to see his work someday. Well,
my dad doesn't even let me see his pictures. I guess he can't show it to him either. What kind of dirty pictures is he drawing? Let's go and see Oryu-san tomorrow night. We can't go right away. Oh, wait.
We can't go right away. Once she gets into a bad mood, she'll never listen to us.
I'm also coming with you guys. Who else is going?
I'm coming too. Renaissance wants to come too. She said she's going to crush Grandma's head if she doesn't agree.
I'm not going to do that. Don't be mean, Shi-chan. I'm going too, Keiichi. I'm going to talk to Oryu.
Really? You should talk to her. I'm talking to her too. I'll try and be there too. I might be able to help you just by being there. This is getting interesting. Are you ready to fight our evil grandma, sis?
Will you act as me tomorrow, Shion? Eiji-kun, you're making huge progress today.
Yes. The more people we have, the stronger we get. We can save Satoko if the whole village gets together. This village once won against the government of the whole country. The old people feel proud when I talk about the dam conflict. Everyone starts to talk about their courageous past. We can never save Satoko, but that fate is starting to break up. We are very powerful. Whoa, oh, whoops. This energy to defeat fate is stronger than anything I've ever seen.
well, hot damn, that's going to be fun. Unfortunately, I actually don't even have time. I hate 10-hour shifts. They suck.
Alright. I know it's probably a bad thing for me to go ahead and end it. Oh my god, why did I save over that? I want to... shit! I'm kind of mad that I saved over that. Now I'm not going to be able to actually enjoy that epic moment again. Fuck! Okay. First off, kind of sorry that this is a bit of a shorter episode. But... not much you can do when your freaking day job kind of sucks. But oh well. Okay, we finally got the village elders on our side, sort of. Now I wonder how the persuasion of Oryu is going to go. Actually, I wonder, are we going to get her sprite in this one now? Because I know we got her sprite back in, I think it was Mayakashi, I believe, that we got her sprite back there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got her sprite there. I know what she looks like. I know what she looks like. Oh boy. I imagine that is going to be fun. Also, I will once again apologize that we're ending it here rather prematurely. I just do not, unfortunately, have the necessary time to keep going. Okay, this is good. This is really, really, really good. We finally got the old bags on our side. Sort of. Kind of. Not yet. But close enough. So, I'm a little bit hesitant and a little bit worried to see how we're gonna go with persuading Oryu. I mean, she does care more about the support of the villagers, so it really makes me wonder if we're actually going to be able to convince her. Part of me wants to believe that because, well, again, we've got the villagers on our side. She has to keep up an image and a power, and I think we have a good chance of being able to convince her. At least I think. We're still not even at Watanagashi yet, so we're pretty good. Usually Watanagashi is the cutoff point where all the tragedy starts happening. So, we're doing good so far. We're doing good. Hopefully, everything works out. I hope. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Hello there everybody, Sabato92 here, and if you like this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And hey, if you guys like my content, then maybe you'd like to check out another channel who I think deserves equal attention. So click that nightmare emblem and check out that channel, or go to the links in the description down below. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.